I take a 10. Well, I'm very sad to hear the news that rock superstar Noel Gallagher has split up with his wife of 22 years, Sarah McDonald. What went wrong? A midlife crisis for this 50-something rocker? Don't forget, these singers are like a kid in a supermarket when it comes to available women. Has she had her fill of living with a big ego? Being top of the pops for decades will influence anyone's personality and sense of self-importance. Or perhaps she's a little miffed that he wrote the best-selling Wonderwall for his previous wife, Meg Matthews, but wrote no hits for her. It's a real shame, as they're both clearly very gifted and charming people. They've brought two lovely kids into the world, and we wish them well. But as every door closes, another one opens. Enter, stage left, Noel's feisty brother, Liam. These two boys have been at war for years now. Brothers at war. Does that sound familiar to you? Anyway, moving on. The press report that there was no love lost between Liam and his brother Noel's now ex-wife, Sarah. By all accounts, Liam couldn't stand her. So with her out of the picture, is a reunion on the cards? Dare we dream? With a winter health crisis, an NHS on its knees, the economy in free fall, debt through the roof, the cost of living crisis in full flow, isn't this the precious bit of good news that we need for 2023? Isn't it time for an Oasis reunion? A nationwide tour? A new album? Just think of it. Just savour it. And the creative energy that these two men have when they get together is the best. The closest thing we've got to Lennon and McCartney. And unlike the Beatles, both of these men are mercifully still with us, and therefore that dream is within our grasp. Liam, Noel, bury the hatchet and let's make this happen. It's a marriage made in heaven. What can we give you to encourage you? Cigarettes and alcohol? Or do you want to roll with it? Come on, boys. You don't live forever. You're rock and roll stars all around the world. We'll be popping bottles of champagne supernova if this comes off. Morning glory beckons, lads, and afternoon and evening. Your country needs you. Don't look back in anger. I think I got through most of the back catalogue there. Let's get reaction now from my all-star panel. We have, I'm delighted to say, the broadcasting legend Diddy David Hamilton. We've got Olympic gymnast and broadcaster Lisa Mason, and journalist and political commentator Peter, the lovely, fabulous and irreplaceable Peter Lloyd. Look, let's have a think about this for just a moment, if we can, Lisa Mason. Oasis. Get back together. It's what the country needs.
Do you know what? I can sit here and say that's not really my genre of music, but I do have their songs in my playlist. I'm not going to lie. I grew up on it. My brothers absolutely loved them. You can't deny their chemistry. I mean, everyone's kind of made a comeback at some time, and they are legends. And like you said, they're the closest things we got to, you know, Paul McCartney and that. So I think it's inevitable, no?
It's got to be. Peter Lloyd, you cannot get through a night of karaoke with at least one of their hits not being sung.
Agreed. And I'm not sure that's necessarily a good thing. I reckon if there's going to be one Mancunian band that needs to reform, it's not Oasis, it's the Smiths. They're one of the greatest bands of all time, and they are surely due a reunion. Let the Gallagher brothers fight amongst themselves for a bit, you know? I want to see Morrissey back on the stage with Johnny Marr and the other two guys and, you know,
I don't know who that is. I don't know who they are.
Peter Lloyd, hasn't Morrissey...
The way we need a Smiths reunion, right here.
Peter Lloyd, hasn't Morrissey been cancelled for having unfashionable political views?
Yeah, that's exactly why he should reform with the other band members and reform the Smiths. Come on, I want to see them on the summer festival stages, the main stages this summer.
Who better to ask than a man that plays hit music 5 days a week, if not more? It is music broadcaster, top DJ, Diddy David Hamilton. And Oasis, they're a bit special, aren't they, David?
Well, I think the Gallaghers will be a little bit unhappy today because Manchester City got beaten and they're big Man City fans. So your news may cheer them up a bit. I'm not sure that it cheers me up that much, to be absolutely honest with you. I don't know whether they've got anything left in their locker. I know that they were enormous Beatles fans, but despite your big build-up, they're not the Beatles, are they? I don't play their records much on my radio show, to be honest with my Boom radio show. Get a little plug in there. I mean, they're okay, but I think, you know, not for me. And I think if our panel are absolutely honest, we did have a little chat in the green room beforehand. I don't think they're enormous Oasis fans, really.
No, I'm not. No.
Let me tell you, I love Oasis so much that my brilliant producer, the lovely Abigail, has been out to Tesco, I believe, and she's got me Oasis Summer Fruits, or what's this one? Citrus Punch. And you do get a bit of punch from those boys. That's the point, though, David, isn't it? That they've got a bit of personality in a very bland industry now.
Well, yeah, they certainly have personality, but what does that have to do with their music? You know, I mean, I think they're okay. I mean, I quite like Wonderwall and I quite like some of their stuff, but they're not absolutely my my top of the pops, to be honest with you.
David, do reunions work?
They can do. You've sort of hit me with that one. It's come up on my blind side, trying to think of people who have got back together again.
Take That.
Huh?
Take That.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, I didn't like those groups like Take That.
Listen,
boy bands, I know you'll find this hard to believe, but boy bands don't actually excite me very much.
No.